So I walk up to the edge, and I'm like so close to the edge, my toes are hanging over. And I look down at people and I yell, "I'm gonna jump!" And everybody stops. And then one guy looks up at me and he's like, "No, you're not." And I'm like, "Yes, I am. I'm gonna jump." Long story short, I didn't jump, and now I'm banned from the community pool for playing on the diving board. So,
welcome to Small Town Mentality Podcast. I'm your host, Ben. Randy is here.
how's it going?
Today, our guest is Jacob from Taboo Tattoo, also friend of the show. He decided last week, he was tattooing my wife, and he said, we should do one on the show. So here we are 2 weeks later, doing a tattoo on the show. This is going to be fun because I don't do well with tattoos. So we're going to see how this goes. I've got 8 of them. I don't enjoy the feeling.
Just a little pussy about it.
Yeah, I am kind of a puss about it. It's true. I'm okay with it. Look, I'm drinking Red's apple, right? Look at the length of my arm. It's tiny. So, oh boy.
I tell you what hurts, man.
I'm not ready for this.
No, I'll tell you what hurts, man. When I got my tattoo, we're in the guy's studio, and up until this point, he was playing like Fleetwood Mac, Pink Floyd. In fact, Comfortably Numb was playing at the time. And he just turns to his, Amazon machine with a name, starts with an A, ends with an A, rhymes with Celexa. I don't want to set anybody's machine off. Turns to it and says, "Hey, play disco." Man, and it cuts to the damn Bee Gees, and I'm like, that hurt worse than the damn needle, man. I mean, to cut it from Pink Floyd to the Bee Gees, I mean, Jesus.
This is your mic. I'm not used to being over here.
Yeah.
You can probably see more of my face without the flag, though, huh?
Yeah, I think it helps, yeah.
Not that people want to see more of my face.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, we didn't have anything really planned today. We were just going to hang out with Jake, and you guys get to see my funny faces. I think that was the whole plan for today, and try to, I guess, make jokes. Is that what this podcast does?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know
I went last week and got my stomach tattooed.
Ouch.
Fell asleep through it. He artist tapped on it. It hurt like a bitch, but fell asleep.
Yeah.
I woke up at one point swatting at his hand because I thought it was like a fly on me. I was just swatting at his hand while he's tattooing me.
Might turn this more towards you.
There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah, there you go.
I might actually need to turn you up, or is it? Maybe it's my headphones.
Put it in my mouth like this.
Yeah, it could be my headphones too.
ASMR, AMSR.
ASMR.
However you say it.
So have we decided
Which size? I'll ask you.
You guys think you should get right there?
Man, I keep telling you, dude, it's going on you. It has to be your decision, man.
Middle?
Yeah,
Right
middle
here.
middle one seems like a decent size.
All right.
Okay.
I'm getting the logo tattooed, so this is fun. Now it's going to actually stay with me for the rest of my life. I'll never be able to forget.
Forever.
I'll never be able to forget about this podcast, which
Yes.
we have made fun of people for getting podcast tattoos before. So not only am I getting one, yeah. Anyways, I'm an asshole. I make fun of people for getting podcast tattoos of their own podcasts, and here I am.
More of a hypocrite, but yeah.
Yeah, I am.
That's just reacting with my sad emoji in the Facebook.
Comments?
Yeah.
Why? Why are you sad?
Because it's sad. You're a hypocrite now, man. You just completely backpedaled on that thing, and
I did. Look how white my arm is.
also my finger accidentally hit the sad emoji instead of the laughing one.
Oh. Do you see how white my arm is?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It's disgustingly white. I don't take my shirt off anymore. I'm an adult. Leave me alone.
Just if you're playing basketball and it's shirts versus skins, you got an unfair advantage because you're just blinding the opponents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we go to the beach all the time. I don't ever put or take my shirt off. I don't even put shorts on. I just wear
Like
pants.
3 people over get a tan from your reflection.
Yeah. I just sit on the beach in my jeans and shirt. We're at the beach today. You're fucking embarrassing.
Did you roll that more? Do you
I'm
have like
trying.
a hair tie or something you can keep it up?
I don't have a hair tie.
Neither one of us have hair. We can't help you.
It's true. Randy, I told you got to keep the show going today.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to be in pain. You came in with an awesome story
Yeah.
that nobody heard the beginning of.
Was that one? And there was the other one about the time I tried to join the army.
Is this a true story?
Yeah. Well, I was talking to the recruiter. So I was talking to the recruiter, and this was in South Carolina. And are any of my stories? Can anything on this podcast be considered true?
We try to keep
for
it
legal
mean.
purposes. I
No.
mean, until the statute of limitations is up. No. So I'm talking to a recruiter in South Carolina, and he's like, "Well, let's talk about your basic. Where do you want to do your basic training? I can get you Jackson." I said, "No, I'm not. I don't want. Man, fuck Jackson. All right, I want Dix." And he's like, "Well, you can't do your basic training at Fort Dix." And I said, "Who said anything about a damn fort?"
Where about you?
Probably like right. I don't want to touch what you're just
Right
doing.
here?
Yeah, that'll work. Even it out with this one. No, that's really low, huh?
No, the whole show is happening right here, but somehow I'm supposed to just keep the thing going. Like,
Yeah. I just know that my face is going to be a little weird, and I might not talk a lot.
Can we zoom in on that?
I'll be a little tensed up. I know I got to loosen up. I'm already nervous, man.
It's just every time I move the microphone, the springs hit, and it gets that Inception blah sound.
I don't think people are really watching today for the commentary, but we're going to give it to them anyway. Because it's also an audio medium, and they can't see me getting a tattoo. I don't think this is going to be very fun for the audio listeners this week.
Probably not, but I don't know. They'll get more. I could narrate what's happening in the voice of Morgan Freeman. But
I want to take a look at that and see how you like it.
and Ben observed his arm, and he looked at the outline and decided what he thought.
Yeah,
of it.
that'll work.
Awesome. So that's going to take about 10-15 minutes to dry, and then we'll get started.
Sweet. So what are we going to do in that time besides me be extremely nervous about the whole fucking thing that's happening?
Ben didn't have a plan, even though it was his podcast.
That's true.
But you can lead a horticulture, but you can't make her think.
Yeah, you can have that. Did you run out?
I did. Indeed, I did.
Damn it.
Is it for self lubrication or we're using it with a friend?
You could say a friend.
All right, so how long have you been doing this?
Professionally?
Yeah.
December of 2019. Yep. And I started apprenticing October of 2018. So I got done with it pretty fast. Usually an apprenticeship takes anywhere between 2 and 3 years to do.
Yeah.
And it all depends on how fast you progress.
I knew a dude who was halfway through his apprenticeship, getting ready to start tattooing for professionally. Halfway through his apprenticeship, he gets diagnosed with epilepsy.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Wait, so he can't do tattoos anymore?
absolutely not. He can't even drive.
Wait, you can't just fall asleep in a tattoo? It's fine.
Well, that's narcolepsy. Epilepsy, seizure.
Oh, seizures.
So,
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
you'd have all kinds of things you didn't ask for on your arm, man.
you could consider it art. Maybe he could just become like a super world famous tattoo artist that
I mean, dude,
trips out a little bit when he does it.
a dude can still draw, man. He'd probably have to switch over to graphic design or something. We fell out of touch, so I don't know what he's doing now.
He also falls out of touch a lot. Oh, shit. Sorry. My bad.
I just thought it was weird that he was in his 20s when he got diagnosed. It was. I think they usually catch it before that, don't they?
There's a guy on Kill Tony named Michael Lair, and he's the weekly regular. And I think he's mid 30s, and he just got diagnosed with ALS not too long ago.
Hmm.
So it does happen later in life, it seems. Some
Okay.
stuff. But it's still doing comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really understand him that well, but it's funny.
I mean, well, he probably got more material out of it.
Yeah. I don't know who's watching. You guys
Uh,
can talk to us in the comments. We got nothing today, so if you want to interject, go for it.
I don't know. I don't think it's a great idea to just constantly point out that we have nothing.
Yeah, it's fine.
And you know, it's Friday night, and there's probably a lot better streams to be watching right now because we got nothing, guys.
Yeah,
Just not the best marketing tactic. I don't think it's.
that's what I've always done. That's why we have 40 listeners.
Well, I got a pretty stupid tattoo on me, just so anybody who comes in there and they say, "Oh, I got a stupid tattoo."
Oh, there it is.
There it is. I got a stupid tattoo, and I'm like, "Well, I bet your tattoo's not as stupid as mine." They're like, "Oh, okay, I bet not." And then I pull up my leg. Let's see. If
Oh,
we
you
can-
can't see it.
let's
Yeah,
see
you
if we
can
can
take,
take
you can
this right
take
here.
that down there. Take it down to your junk.
Is it? Where is it?
There it is.
There it is. There it is. Teletubby with a dick. Ain't nothing stupider than that.
Okay.
Now, why did you do that?
I was blindfolded for it. It was Valentine's Day. Me and the wife, we were just doing surprise tattoos, and I put on a pair of blacked out sunglasses, sat down in the chair. About 30 minutes later, I looked down and got me a Teletubby with a giant heart on my leg.
Surprise tattoo.
Right.
I don't know. I always thought about getting a tattoo that says tattoo.
Right.
Just get the word tattoo tattooed somewhere.
Well, you know how people are getting face tattoos and stuff like that, and over the eyebrow. I'm thinking about usually maybe getting a tattoo above my eyebrow that says eyebrow, or one on my face that says beard.
Nice.
Right, right here, nose. Right, just my body part.
My body part. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, what was the stupidest tattoo you've ever done on somebody that you're just like, all right, if this is what you want?
So I was apprenticing for probably about 3 months. 3 months in, and the guy I was learning under, he refused to do the tattoo because these guys came in super drunk. This guy, he was probably about mid 40s, early 50s. Never had a tattoo in his life, and he lost a bet, so he had to get a tattoo. And his friends chose where it was, what it is, and where it goes. It was a unicorn. Instead of a head, it was a middle finger for the head,
You can see that.
and it was a tramp stamp.
That's perfect. What's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with it.
Oh,
To be honest with you.
Needless to say, I wish I would have packed dryer sheets that day to tuck down in his pants.
That'd be rough, actually.
Yeah, it was
Swamp ass.
It was swamp ass for sure.
I was going to bring up the story you brought up when you were tattooing my wife the other day. You were talking about, didn't you say you shit yourself in the elevator? At the thrift store?
Yes, at the thrift store. At the thrift store. So I'm going in the elevator upstairs, and I've been having some beef jerky farts, really bad beef jerky farts, and I fart, and it's so concentrated. I start freaking out and spazzing out, and my arms started flailing, and I hit the emergency stop button on the elevator. So I go and tell the lady who working there, and I told her, I was like, "Oh, I accidentally hit the emergency stop button. You might need to go check on it." She walks back there, and all I hear is,
Oh, that's fantastic.
needless to say, I had a good laugh.
I used to fart in elevators just for fun. Just walk out.
I always said if I had like a building or a business that had an elevator, I would put the word like a sign that says "fart chamber." Right.
Have you seen those ones where people like play like Twister and stuff in the elevator floor? So when people get in, they're like, hey. I always said elevators are people changers. People go up and different people come down.
No,
Like a little mini teleporter.
Yeah.
I think there was one. It was I'm not sure if it was what country it was from, but it was a prank show where they had the panel come out up under the elevator or behind the elevator, and this little girl who looks like the girl from The Ring would walk in. So they'd have the power go out, the elevator would get pitch dark, and the panel would open, and she'd walk in, and the power would come back on, and she's standing there. And how the hell nobody punched this little? Because I'll punch a ghost girl, okay?
Right. I'll football kick it.
You know, that exactly. Go for the gold on that, man. That's just
Go.
that's just messed up. But that was if you ever get a chance to look that up, I had nothing for that except just it's a funny video, and I'm going to describe it to you.
I mean, it is an audio medium.
That's the
Like people bitch all the time about podcasts that watch videos on the show and then try to describe them. They're like, I mean, we're listening to this. We can't watch what you're watching. So now, if you just describe videos, it's perfect, right?
Yeah.
Makes good content. Describe videos. We're not actually watching them. We're just telling you what they are.
yeah. No, I do a better job describing them if we were watching them. So
If we don't have anything to talk about, I brought one of my paintings to show off.
I was wondering what the fuck that was.
So I was bored one day at work. Nobody was coming in, and it's the inside of a butthole, and that's where my heart lies.
What's your plan with that? Are you going to sell that on eBay or?
It's for personal use.
Okay. Just to have around.
Well, the world's coming to an end right now, and I need some kind of pornography if something was to happen.
Are you going to frame it?
Possibly, yes, I am. I ask people how many sperm cells are on this painting, and they count them. I'm like, haha, you're wrong. You forgot the backside where I jizzed on it.
Perfect.
So you're off by about 45 million.
Right. Well, I drink a lot of Mountain Dew, so that cuts the count down.
Why does this mic keep falling?
He probably wants to give me a blowjob.
Yeah. I think I need to tighten that screw right there. Let's talk about equipment use. Man, I really should have planned something. I thought that we could just banter our way through this today. I think
we've been doing all right so far. I think
the main thing was the tattoo today.
Yeah.
And that's more of a video thing. I was like, I hope that I could do like a really, really embarrassing thing with my face or something that I can put on TikTok later on. How do you guys feel about TikTok being taken down? Have you seen that?
TikTok's been taken down.
They're talking about it.
thinking about banning it.
Never got into it.
I love TikTok, man. I was watching TikTok on the drive over here.
Oh, it's pretty much just the next Vine.
Yeah, well, I tagged you in a video on Facebook with some ordinary gamers explaining how all of your shit, all of your data, all of your shit.
Oh, they already have it.
Open to it, yeah.
Yeah, TikTok's not the only thing that gets your. China probably has a dossier on every American already. I was like, what the fuck's the difference? I don't know, man. What else is going on in the world today?
I don't know. That attitude kind of seems like, well, I'm just gonna like get liquored up and get behind the wheel of this car because everybody dies at some point.
It's true,
Right?
Like what the fuck? I mean,
oh man, I thought about telling a story.
I'm still something of a privacy advocate, but we don't need to.
Yeah, but you don't have any. You allow permissions to use your camera and all your information, everything.
No,
for
I don't.
every app you
uninstalled
download.
that shit as soon as I figured it
Facebook?
out. No. Yeah, I was going to talk to you about that because we've been going back and forth on Facebook Messenger. That's the next one to go, man.
You think so?
Yeah. I'm going to narrow it down until I'm down to like a flip phone.
Yeah, but social media, you need it.
No, I don't.
You need it for things.
I loved when I had my flip phone, and smartphones were a thing at the time. The battery wouldn't die for 5 days. You can get mad on a phone call and throw it against the wall, and it's good for another 99 throws. And
I guess I'm just a social media advocate. I love it. I love all of it. Don't tell it. Oh, the story. Okay, yeah, I got you. I'm not going to tell it. My wife, she's telling me not to tell stories. She knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Hello, Heather.
Yeah, let's talk to the commenters.
I'm going to penetrate your husband
It's true, he is.
Over and over again.
without spunk lube.
I love that the only comments we got so far is your wife telling you
Not to tell
to
stories.
shut your damn trap.
Yeah. Don't talk
It's
on
like-
that podcast of yours.
How dare you?
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, that's just that's a sign of success, I think.
A sign of success not to be able to tell stories on your podcast.
Yeah, you got to sign an NDA.
Yeah.
Your podcast is doing really good whenever you can just sit here and not say anything.
Is it really doing really good? All right. I'll
No, Kanye's running for president. I mean,
Is he really?
he said he
Oh
is.
yeah, I did see that.
He said he is. I've got my doubts because it's a little late in the game, and
Well, we know for one thing. Well, actually, I'm going to throw this out there to the Kanye campaign. They should make his slogan "Better, Faster, Stronger." Obviously.
Well, I mean that would probably work better than Black Skinhead.
Is that what you were going to go with?
That's my favorite Kanye track, man. It's,
Oh, I see what you did there. I went a whole other place. All right. I'm not racist. Moving on.
Well, we're about to get started here. I'm going to take these headsets off and I won't be talking very much. So,
All right. Well, I'm going to try to talk during this, but we'll see what happens.
the thing-
Man, I don't like it. I already don't like it.
This was your idea.
I know it was. I just don't like it.
It's just I'm okay. You're getting no sympathy from me here, dude. This was
It's
your
hot in here.
idea. This was
Is it hot in here to everybody? Is it just me?
it's all right.
I was
mean,
listening
I'm
to
comfortable.
Legion of Skanks last night on the drive home podcast, Legion of Skanks.
Right.
Check it out. Yeah, let me promote other podcasts on my podcast.
Yay!
Check out this
Then
Better podcast.
That way, no one will listen to them.
Yeah, check out this awesome Better podcast. But they were doing a lie detector test, and it was like the same thing I'm feeling right now because everybody's all sweaty and nervous when they went up to do the lie detector. I'm like, that's how I'm feeling. I dig the hair, man.
thank you. I might need you to rub some spunk lube on my knees.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm going home. I don't like where this is
no,
going.
you can stay.
I don't get off if you don't watch.
Oh, I'm nervous. I don't like it. I was supposed to have a bunch of people watching just to see me in pain today.
Yeah.
Shout out to Z and K from the Kill Tony Discord, my only patrons that felt like they should watch this today. They were telling me last night they want to see me in pain.
You know, it would be fucked up, and maybe I'm just being sadistically asshole-ish right now. But you know, what would be fucked up is if he got halfway through, and then like the internet went out or the power cut out.
Well, the great thing about this tattoo is that the power supply I'm using wraps around my wrist, so it's more of a mobile power supply. You don't need any kind of outlets. to tattoo with this.
Is this your first time trying it, or are you using it at home?
I've used this. I don't tattoo out of the house or at home. I've used this a lot, probably at least 50 tattoos. It's really cool for whenever I'm out with my wife. If we're out in nature or something, I do a little tattoo on her or something like that. Something a little bit more memorable.
Yeah, there used to be a tattoo shop in this building. I think like right here, wasn't it? I think it was right next door.
Yeah.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Let's not bring her up. Is that what you're saying? Zoom in on my face. I don't want to do that. Nobody wants to see that.
I'm just gonna start a separate live stream on my personal channel to zoom in on your face.
Oh, that's fun. It's going to be weird faces for sure. I guess, I don't know. I could tilt it up. How's that? Can you get both of
That's
them?
better. That's-
This is your first tattoo for me, right?
Yeah, this is my first one from you. Yeah.
and hello again to all the audio listeners who have no idea what the hell
thought
we're
you-
talking about.
I thought you were going to go into hello, my darling. That's what it sounded like when you first. At first, hello. I was like, is he singing?
I'm trying to do my radio voice. you
Oh.
know,
What's your radio voice?
just the way I'm talking now.
Oh. Do you have to change your voice when you come in here?
Well,
Do you do that every episode?
no, well, yeah. I mean, I try to be as precise. You know,
I don't fucking care.
enunciate my shit.
So here's your new needles on open expiration date sterilization codes. The only part that flips up is right here, so I can open it.
Nice. And you guys,
He's like, don't show me that, please.
you guys get the taste of how Jake operates here. So if you're ever in Evanston, Wyoming, you can go see him at Taboo Tattoo downtown.
We are at 1005 Front Street, right across from the Uinta County Museum.
You're gonna put small town mentality decal on your toolbox.
Yes.
Mention that you saw him on this podcast, and he'll probably call you a nerd.
This is true.
All right. You're going to need to hold still as possible.
Okay, I'm holding still.
All right, he's going in.
Jesus.
I should have just spit on it.
was gonna say, whose idea was this? Oh yeah, it was yours. It was your idea, Jake. I'm blaming you for this whole thing.
Oh, I hear the motor going.
Oh, fuck my life.
Oh, fuck my pussy.
I love that sound. It reminds me of the dentist. It makes me horny.
Makes you horny.
The dentist makes me horny, baby.
There goes. Whoa.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. What are you looking for? Okay, let me know where you want my arm. Stop
All right,
stop holding the fucking
We're making contact.
Here we go.
Oh shit.
All right. Right now, Ben looks like he's
Mhm.
taking a piss after holding it in for a while.
Yep.
The opposite of what I was expecting.
I don't like it. Okay. All
I
right.
think it's a.
It stopped. It stopped for a second. I don't know how I'm gonna hold a conversation during
I
this.
mean, this was a brilliant move actually on your part, man, because this is a testament to your professionalism that you can stay focused through, my bullshit, Ben's bullshit, just the bullshit of being on a podcast in general. 2020, because that's been a lot of bullshit.
That some bitch is falling apart.
Yeah, I'm a baby. I don't like it. I said I like having tattoos. I just don't like the process of getting them.
It's like you mentioned earlier, talking about you were drinking the peach flavored beer, and I'm like, yeah, I like the fruity alcohol drinks too, man. I mean, fuck it. If somebody wants to give me shit, what are you drinking that for? I like shit that tastes good. I'm fat. That should have been your first clue. What the
Yeah, I like the bitch beers. I don't know why. There was
It brings the bitch out in you.
I guess I used to drink quite a lot, and then I took like a 2-year hiatus, and ever since then I've been like, all right, bitch beer's fine.
get a regular beer and then just bitch about it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I drank a lot, and then I went to jail for drinking, and then I got out of jail and started drinking some more. So I slowed down on the drinking after that. It was a whole thing.
I don't know. I've always been really careful about drink because my dad's an alcoholic, and I decided like when I started drinking alcohol, I'm like, here, I've got these rules, and these are the rules, and that's one of the things. Like if I'm going to drive, I'm not going to drink. No having a beer and then waiting for it to wear off and then driving or any of that shit. Like I'm an asshole about it.
Yeah.
But I've got those rules. You gotta have a code, I guess.
I used to drink and drive, which was not safe.
Yeah, that wasn't smart.
I used to drive while drinking.
I used to drink while I drinked.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I do intend to do, possibly tonight when this podcast is over, is get liquored up and then play like a VR racing game
Okay.
on the PlayStation.
I'm gonna play Call of Duty probably, but our teammates are not here today. They're up at the lake, which is sad. Oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this either, but we just bought a new toy
I mean,
right before I came here that we're gonna go out tomorrow and let's just say shoot. We impulse bought. We went to pay a bill, and I went next door with my kid. I was like, I'm going to go look at guns. And we went in there, and we're like, we're not going to spend any money. No money. And I was like, but look at that.
Would you just look at that?
Would you look at that, though? And we impulse bought a very expensive firearm. And we're going to go out shooting it tomorrow, probably.
yeah, I was actually going to recommend that since we're doing the tattooing one this episode. And another episode, we should just do one where we just go out shooting and we like set up everything on location.
You want to do an on-location shooting podcast?
Yep.
We can't do it here.
Oh yeah, we could do it right here, shooting range.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be noisy?
I don't think you pick up much. I know.
Is it done yet?
No.
Damn it.
But I don't know. It might turn into a lot of inside baseball talk about, the different firearms and preferences and shit. And it'd be good for the NRA listeners, but, people who tune in for jokes.
Do people tune into this for jokes?
God, I hope not. For their sake.
I wish we had had some topics today.
That's kind of like going to a crack house for vitamins, isn't it? You're just not in the right place at all by any stretch of the imagination. But that reminds me, this podcast is not sponsored by this podcast is not sponsored by I forgot the name of it. And that's why we're not sponsored by them. Back to you, Ben.
Ow.
Got great commentary from Ben.
Wasn't it like Ray Shadow Legends or something?
No, I was gonna do a different one this year.
This year?
Yeah.
We haven't had a podcast since last year.
I took a really long nap.
God, them Xanax got to you, huh?
Oh shit, that reminds me. I got to get my Xanax refilled.
It's funny because people are like, "Oh, do you like Xanax?" And I'm like, "Oh, I can't remember."
No, I actually take Xanax for anxiety.
Do you?
Yeah, as like a rescue medication. So I don't take them every day, but if I have a panic attack,
Right.
I take one as rescue medication. And I have taken more Xanax this year. But then again, Christmas was involved, and Christmas was a stressed out endeavor.
I think that's one of the most stressful holidays.
I had a nose itch, but I'm really trying not to move.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No one can hear me talk.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah, I was just gonna blow a bunch of smoke on it.
oh yeah, just go ahead and vape right into it.
Speaking of, shout out to Holly down at a Witch's Vape Shop who hooked us up again today with some awesome juice.
No, I was cleaning out some drawers and some stuff, just getting rid of a bunch of old crap, and I came across a box full of vape stuff, and I turned to Emily. I'm like, "Hey, how many times did I try to quit smoking and try to start vaping?" She's like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, "How many times did it make me sick?" She's like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, "Okay, we're not going down that road."
You're not going to try it again? I was talking to some people at our 4th of July party that said they might try to start vaping to quit smoking. It worked for me. I stopped smoking, but I've been vaping for 7 years.
Well, it just stops me in my tracks if I ever want to talk shit to a vapor. Be like, "Oh yeah, you're sucking on your douche flute, you fucking pussy with your damn vaping." Because it's like I literally can't do it. I get sick. So how am I going to talk shit?
I don't know. You're good at it?
Yeah, that's true. I am good at it. I'm damn good at it.
Oh boy.
I'm going to talk all kinds of shit right now. Wait a minute. Did I go on my texting rant last week?
Texting rant.
I don't care. I'm going to do it again. All right, guys. Here's the thing. There are some of you assholes out there, and you know who you are. You don't call. You don't answer your phone. You fucking text. And if someone tries to call you, you'll sit there and watch your fucking phone ring. Fucking stop it. Okay? How about be a decent human being for once in the rectal discharge that you call your fucking life and answer your fucking phone. All right, check this out. I'm going to pick somebody up because we're carpooling to work. I'm going to pick somebody up. Pick up my phone. I got to text them. "Hey, are you there? Send." Wait for a reply. "Yes." "Okay. We're outside. Come on out. Let's go." Send. And then wait for him to reply. And that could have been over in like 5 seconds. "Hey, you here?" "Yeah." "All right, man. We're here. Come on." Could have been over in 5 fucking seconds. But no. When you ask somebody to text you, it's like, what the fuck are you even saying? You know what you're saying? You're telling people that your time is too fucking important. My time is more important than whatever the fuck you've got to say. You can't possibly have anything to say that is so fucking important that I need to hear it from your own fucking mouth in real time. No. You put that motherfucker on my desk and I will get to it whenever the fuck I'm ready because I'm more important. My time is so fucking precious. Motherfucker, I'm a chain smoking fat man. I don't have a whole lot of time left. Answer your phone!
How's your podcast coming along?
We keep postponing it.
Ask an orc.
I'm not used to getting myself worked up like that anymore. So I'm not doing stand up anymore. I'm not doing the Ask an Orc. We did. We were looking at some stuff and we were thinking about doing like an episode 0, or I was thinking of doing an episode 0.
0.5.
Yeah. I was going to call it episode 0. You're an asshole. And it's just the orc character going through the "Am I the asshole?" and giving orc logic reasons why you're the asshole. And I'll probably do that the next day or so.
Are you doing it here or from your house?
I'm probably gonna do it from home. I'm probably gonna do it like literally just on my phone with shitty air quality.
Air quality. Yeah.
It's gonna be shitty air quality, man.
I've been in your house. So I can't breathe.
That's a combination of me and the cat. We just get into the farting version of dueling banjos, man. It's a fucking standoff, and there are casualties every time. Completely lost my train of thought.
Yeah. Doing your podcast. Why don't you use like a gamer headset?
I have one gamer headset and I fucking broke it.
Oh. I just bought Heather a new one for our anniversary. It's purple.
Okay.
Purple one.
Well, can I borrow it? I don't know. What the fuck do you want me to say to that?
I'm just saying, I got money. Is all I'm trying to put it out there.
I'm fucking broke. Shit.
Just trying to say how much better I am than you. I can just go and buy new headsets.
I grew up dirt ass. I grew up in the fucking poorest area of the fucking South, man. If I judged a person's value by fucking money, I would not have gotten very far in life.
Where'd you grow up in the South?
McCall, South Carolina.
Nice.
Where did you grow up in the South also?
Alexandria, Louisiana.
Oh. Everybody's just like, huh? How cool
Great story, bro.
No,
how cool is that?
no, that just as soon as you said Louisiana, I went right back to the. Sorry, as soon as you said Louisiana, I just went right back to the blackened catfish I had for lunch today.
Where'd you get that?
That at? Dang good barbecue.
See, now I'm not going to talk shit.
Oh, it sounds like you're about to talk shit.
But I'm about to talk shit.
Okay.
The only time I've ever been there, the food tasted freezer burnt to me, but the boudin there was off the chain.
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that.
I mean, well, what days are a good day to go? If because
we got ours carry out, and it was, we just got the black and it tasted good to me, man. Shit was on point today. So yeah, not sure how to respond to that. Then again, I'm just fucking hungry.
Yeah, I've never ate dang good barbecue. I've never tried that.
I'm just straight up damn hungry. That's what that is. I'm just a fat guy sitting here thinking about fries.
I'm just trying not to cry.
I'm trying not to cry either, man.
Well, I've called me a dick because
that was some good ass catfish, and it's gone.
Because I said I bought headsets. That was a joke. This is a it's a comedy podcast.
Yeah, no shit. That's the problem. That's the problem I have is I will answer a question honestly and then like 5 seconds later think of a joke.
We were talking about defense mechanisms last night, and I was like, yeah, I use comedy as a defense mechanism. Like in the most serious situations, I'm always like coming up with some kind of joke.
I got a joke for you.
Yeah, well, I was talking about being in like a legitimate argument with somebody once. I think it was about politics, and I just kept throwing in jokes, and he got all pissed off. You can't even take this seriously?
Like, no, I can't take anything seriously, and you need to respect my religion.
True.
Boy.
Why are you watching me? Don't watch me.
Because you look like you just cut a fart while simultaneously staring directly into the sun.
Don't watch me.
You look like you just found out what chicken nuggets are made of.
I feel like I just got walked in on jerking off. Don't watch. Get out of here.
Why the hell? So you're going to live stream this shit.
Yeah.
You were going to live stream this to every living soul on God's green earth, but I can't turn around and look.
You can watch it later.
Yeah, true.
I guess so. I'm going to have to download the podcast. This is bullshit, man. I'm supposed to have a front row seat to your suffering. And,
oh, man.
And your suffering amuses me.
It really doesn't feel good.
Oh, you're not going to like this next part.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Are you shading?
Blacking it out now.
That's the one with a bunch of needles, right?
I'm just using the same liner needle.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know why I agreed to this.
I don't either. Okay.
I think you were slightly hungover
Probably.
when you agreed to it.
So you were hungover when you agreed to this, huh?
No, I had actually just woke up because I went to get see my wife get her tattoo, and I like woke up early to go there, and so I didn't get much sleep. I'm gonna blame it on that.
Just blame it on the wife.
I know, like Jake.
Oh yeah.
Anything Jake says, I'm like, okay, sounds good.
Yeah, whatever you want. Please don't hurt me.
But you are hurting me.
So I guess that's just defeated the entire purpose of it.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, here's another one because you talk about tattoos, and you've got the Star Wars tattoo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which brings me back to fucking Star Wars. Did you hear that they are going to? They're seriously thinking about fucking getting rid of the last 3 movies.
I
Just-
did not see that.
Just scrapping them and picking up from the original trilogy.
Wait. Wouldn't that be like anti-PC though? Because there was a woman lead.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know how you would classify it, but that's what I heard. And it's a rumor going around, but it's like from a really reliable source. Like the guy who said this was the same guy who like predicted point for point how The Last Jedi was going to go.
Huh.
So, fairly reliable rumor from a, somewhat reliable source. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. You can look this up on your own. This is not a reliable source of news, by the way. This is a unreliable source of jokes.
I heard that Bill Burr got picked up for season 2 of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Just a Boston guy in space.
But
He only has one. He can only do one thing. It's the Boston guy. He's the angry Boston guy. And whatever he plays in, he's always the same character, even in space.
Kind of like Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg's the same character.
yeah, no, Mark Wahlberg, Colin Farrell,
Ryan Reynolds.
Nicolas
Ryan,
Cage.
Ryan Reynolds got a little bit of character. I'll give him that.
Nicolas Cage, I can't stand him.
I just can't stand his face. And you guys are probably going to hate me with Samuel L. Jackson as well.
You can't stand his face
His acting, man. I just
because he's black. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up.
You said that. I thought he was white.
He was in that one show.
Right.
Well, that's racist.
Well, he was. He voiced a white character in the Boondocks.
It's racist.
It was him and Charlie Murphy.
Oh man,
Oh man, yes.
I was gonna bring something up and then I got distracted by the pain.
All right. Well, I'm going back to the Star Wars thing. So no, they're going to scrap the last 3 movies, and it's like you can't. I'm pissed about this.
I actually enjoy all of them. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, they were okay. They weren't terrible. They weren't unwatchable. But then again, I realized recently I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I'm more of a fan of Star Wars fans than I am of actual Star Wars, because the level of fucking passion that people have about Star Wars is just, when you watch like the homemade skits that they used to do back when George Lucas would let people film their own, fan films or the fan art or the cosplays, and just the level of fucking passion and dedication people have, it's just mind blowing.
Mm.
I had a similar, I'd compare it to when I went down and saw when I worked for a newspaper. They had a train station. At the Roundhouse, they had a model train convention, and I was just blown away by the level of attention to detail that they do on that. So I'm probably just talking out of my ass here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm not that deep into the fucking fandom. I'm more of a fan of the Star Wars fandom than anything else. But at the same time, you can't fucking do this. You can't fucking just scrap the last 3 movies. First of all, you had Carrie Fisher. You had Carrie Fisher, and you just pissed her away.
You had Harrison Ford.
And you're just going to piss her away. Yeah, well, maybe they can drive 3 or 4 dump trucks full of money to his house and convince him to come back one last time, but I doubt it.
They said he wasn't supposed to be in the last one, and he just showed up on set, and they like wrote a part for him because he was there. Like they brought him back as a ghost in the last movie to talk to his son or something.
Yeah,
but he wasn't supposed to be in that movie.
But no, they had Carrie Fisher, and it's like you can't just piss Carrie Fisher's last performance away, even if you don't like the trilogy. You look back and you don't like how the trilogy turned out, or you don't think it was that great. that was her last fucking performance, and you're just going to piss it away by saying, oh, well, that's not canon anymore because. 2, these motherfuckers, and I'm about to lose any chance I ever had of working at fucking Disney right now. I know this, but fuck it. There goes my Disney Channel show. There goes that family-friendly fucking Disney Channel.
They're not going to clip anything from this podcast.
Drunk Uncle Rando. And then it's just me like teaching kids to like pick locks and, make homemade alcohol or some weird redneck crazy shit. No. But no, these motherfuckers spent this last so many years just telling people, if you don't like the trilogy, it has to be, because there are legitimate problems with it. Okay. There are plot holes. There are things that just don't add up about it. And I'm not going to get into that because actually we can get into that because that'll fill out the rest of the fucking episode easily.
I told you had to take over.
Yeah. But no, there are legitimate gripes, with the fucking, and there are legitimate criticisms with the second fucking trilogy, right? So these fuckers have spent the last so many years saying, if you don't like the trilogy, it must be because you don't like women, or it has to be because you're racist. It can't be that there's something wrong with the storytelling, that it goes back and forth, that J.J. Abrams, who I swear I do not think J.J. Abrams has ever written an ending in his fucking life. He has failed to stick every fucking landing he has ever attempted. He's pissed me off for Lost. And if you're listening, J.J., you have made an enemy for life. I mean, that's not really a threat or anything, but I don't like you. That's about as stern as I'll get right now. Anyway,
I'm trying to think of what else he did. I remember seeing his name on a bunch of stuff.
He did like the Star Trek movies, the Star Trek reboots. Because at one point there, he was just had Star Wars. Are we done?
No, I was just showing the process.
Look at it. Kind of like what it looks like after you jerk off.
Yeah.
But and I really think that he starts these projects. Oh, the fucking
Cloverfield.
Which Cloverfield?
Okay, first of all, Cloverfield. The first Cloverfield was filmed on a fucking camcorder. Now, people in the comments, help me out.
I hated it.
Help me out because I might be missing something. But the first Cloverfield was filmed on a fucking camera. A fucking camera. It was filmed on a fucking camcorder. You remember camcorders? We used to have them before everybody had a fucking camera in their phone. That's what it was filmed on. It was filmed on a device specifically made for filming video. All right, I got to point this shit out because 2 movies later, they did the Cloverfield Lane, and then they did the next one. And the next one took place on a fucking space station and had people walking around with fucking tablets and fucking smartphones. And then you find out at the end of the movie that the shit that happened on the space station is what caused the shit in the fucking first movie. It was a prequel. How the fuck did technology go backwards?
I don't know.
Who the fuck is using a camcorder in the age of smartphones?
Maybe some people, I'm sure.
Have you seen the Cloverfield where they're in that bunker?
Yeah, Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, John Goodman was very undude. He was I think he was playing Walter amped up to the umpteenth degree.
I wasn't ready.
He didn't spit. But I really think so apparently J.J. Abrams was only involved in the first one. So you get a pass on this one, JJ.
Yeah, Mike's on there telling us all the movies that he did.
I'm still not a fan. Where was I at? Yeah, so they talk about they've spent the last fucking so many years telling people, if you don't like the Star Wars movies, it's because you're some kind of fucking bigot. You're some kind of fucking sexist or racist or whatever. Then they look back at it themselves and say, hey, you know what? It really wasn't that good. Let's start over. It's like you see a little problem here.
I think the real reason is money.
Of course,
they've ran out of Star Wars movies to make, so now they're remaking them again.
Of course, you got to milk that fucking cow. You got to milk it until it's dead.
But I thought that was just the first book. That was the end of the first.
You got to put the horse on life support.
Not the first book, but the first trilogy books. Right? Isn't there way more Star Wars than just that? That was just one timeline, wasn't it?
I mean, I haven't read the books, the novel series that took place after the original trilogy. One of my good friends growing up did, and he just gave me the rundown. And just from what he described, that would have made a much better fucking movie.
Now the Rundown, that was a good movie.
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, it was Sean William Scott. That's another one. Is that his name, Sean William?
Wasn't that The Rock in the Rundown? I think so.
No, yeah, it was the Wayne Johnson and
Yeah, it's Walking Tall. I think he also did.
Was Dwayne Johnson.
He also did the Rundown.
yeah, he
I
did the
thought.
Rundown too. But the guy who played opposite him in the Rundown,
I just
was
remember him playing a sheriff and like breaking the.
Stifler from American Pie.
Yeah.
But he played the same character a lot. But I don't know if that was about his acting ability or if that was just because he got typecast. Here I am trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm just shitting all over J.J. Abrams.
He might be into that sort of thing. He's a Hollywood exec.
Getting shit on.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Hollywood execs these days.
Ain't nothing wrong with sitting underneath the coffee table.
Have you guys watched that TV series Dave yet?
I have not.
It's great. He was watching a milking video and his girlfriend like checked his phone and found out what he was watching. And then at the end of the episode, they were like in the garage with this table with a hole in it. And somebody opens the garage to go park in there. Like,
All right. See, now my sheltered Christian
I don't know what
ears,
milking is.
I hear milking and I automatically think of like, something that you do when you're trying to extract milk from a cow
Yep.
or possibly a goat.
Yep.
And I'm guessing that you mean something a little more
Yep.
salacious.
Are you talking about where they lay on the table
Mhm.
with their heart on through the table and
Yep.
jerk them off from underneath?
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
Spunk lube.
And for your milking adventures, try spunklube.com. Promo code STM pod for 15% off.
Yep.
And I don't know if they're going to appreciate that plug or not.
Oh, they will. That's what they're into.
Jeez. But okay, I did not know that was what a milking video.
It's feeling. It's definitely a feeling.
I did not know that's what a milking video was. At
I've
some
never
point
actually watched that.
at some point you crossed the line between kinky and way too much fucking time on your hands.
Yeah. I don't know who comes up with all these new sex things. But I feel like there's always something new coming out. That wasn't a pun.
What did you feed Randy? He is on one. Nothing. I actually, we don't have a band to interview. I don't have to be nice. I don't.
Wait, are you being nice to those people?
as nice as I possibly get. No, just I'm just trying to fill the air, so I'm just going off the cuff here. This is just radio free rando at this point.
I love Radio Free Roscoe, man. And the only people that ever knew what that show was besides
Oh
me
my
were like
God.
Canadians.
Between that and fucking Biodome, dude.
You're a Radio Free Roscoe guy?
No,
Oh.
I just remembered the show. But no one else fucking remembers it.
No. No, I asked some Canadians. Apparently it was huge there. Like, oh, we love that show. I was like, oh, I didn't know Canadians loved that show. I thought it was just me and my brother that liked it.
Oh crap!
That's why I started this podcast, Radio Free Roscoe.
Wait, why was I mad at Canada?
I don't know.
I had a whole rant about being mad at Canada about something.
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck me, daddy.
Oh, jeez. Does not feel good. That part in particular does not feel good.
Like it wasn't anything about their phone. I think it was like they canceled a TV show up there or something, and I'm like, that's bullshit or something. Or I found out a bad TV show was filmed up there or some shit. I can't even remember now.
You're not talking about Letterkenny.
No, not Letterkenny.
Letterkenny's great.
Letterkenny is not a bad.
He hasn't even started on the face yet. This is just the headphones.
Yeah. I mean, at least you ain't like crying or
I might.
start
The
screaming.
night's still
Let me
early.
hang this needle a little further.
Oh, man.
I guess I should have just kept that one to myself.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, yes. You need a break?
No, I'm all right. Kind of. Trying to
Kind
look
of
that
need a
up for
break
you.
or kind of all right?
Kind of all right. I'm like clinching.
Like,
You'll have to flip that up a little bit, but yeah, you got it. Are you joining the show today?
Yeah, why not? I figure you guys could use an extra voice.
all right.
You need to turn it up a little bit more than that.
What's it?
There you go. Perfect.
All right. Better?
Yes.
All right. Bill Burr always said terrible negative things about Star Wars, and that's why they put him on The Mandalorian so he couldn't bitch anymore.
Put him on the payroll.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
So this
You hear that, JJ? Hey, I know I said I didn't like you, but I've worked for people I don't like before. That's like all the time.
I actually didn't like Bill Burr a little bit. Like, I like Bill Burr. I liked him a little less when he almost dropped the baby.
That's because you're racist.
I guess. Did you see that he almost dropped?
I didn't see that. No, I don't know what
He
you're
almost
referencing.
dropped Baby Yoda.
Oh.
I hated the part in the.
haven't-
It was towards the end, and they just fucking punched him square in his head. I think it was like either the second to last episode or the last episode. They just
Oh yeah, the stormtroopers were punching him in the head.
We have not seen this. Are we talking about Bill Burr or Baby Yoda?
You haven't seen Mandalorian?
No, we're poor.
Oh,
Uh,
well, Disney Plus was free
It's-
with Verizon users.
we're not Verizon users.
Oh,
No.
It's less about, I don't know, I think it's less about poverty and more about,
yeah, we didn't pay for
Just
Disney
principle.
Plus. It was free.
because I'm not getting into this. I'm not paying, DC or Warner Brothers or whoever a subscription fee to watch one show over here, and then Disney Plus just to watch The Mandalorian. And then, I mean, y'all can sell me that shit. Y'all can sell me these shows. I'll buy the season, And maybe The Mandalorian is available for like purchase to download the season or whatever. I'm
Maybe.
gonna have to look into that. But it's like I'm not doing the stream war shit, man.
I got an app on my phone that you can use if you want. You get whatever you want.
just do a whole
Well,
podcast of
Now
us
I-
watching.
Now I know China knows your damn business. Anyway,
Should we do a Mandalorian season? Bonus for the Patreon.
Maybe just Randy's reaction as you're watching the show.
just yeah. I don't know what the copyright laws with all that would be. Just I doubt they'd give a shit at this point. The season's been over forever.
They've just started shooting season 2, right?
I don't think they're filming anything right now. Anybody?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I know they just watched one where they had like everyone in quarantine for 2 weeks, and
They were doing like live shows, like news shows and stuff, where people were just Zoom calling in. It was
yeah,
weird.
What I don't understand is how are people able to shoot pornos and right now with the 6 feet social distancing?
I don't know.
Well, the messed up thing is they've done a study and it's transmitted mostly through saliva, so you can have the best time you want as long as the mouths aren't involved.
There you go.
Yeah.
But mouths involved is the best.
just be like right in the middle.
Just turn it off.
There you go.
Yeah, just right in the middle of getting a money shot.
Watching the show.
You can imagine just being right in the middle of getting a money shot all over your face, and then the guy coughs, and you're like, "Ew, ew, ew!"
Right. God damn it.
Oh boy.
I bet that's going to be the next big category in porn, though.
Corona porn?
Corona porn.
Cor-
People are like wearing the masks and shit.
Yeah, probably.
I'm sure it's already a thing.
I was watching porno the other day, and
Were you?
I decided to be weird, and I typed in Pokemon Go.
Oh god. Oh god.
I didn't know there was that kind of Pokemon in there.
Oh god. Well, first of all, depending on how you spell it, you may end up with gay porn with that Pokemon.
I think I've done this bit
Um,
before, but it's like Pokemon Ho, where you got to catch them all.
Right.
But no, dude, what was Internet Comment Etiquette, which is a YouTube channel where the guy just trolls the shit out of YouTube channels and leaves fucked up comments. Oh god, he showed fucking like the beginning part of Pornhub, not the adult action or anything, but just the beginning part where they're setting up the scene and the actors, and they had one it was like a woman dressed as Pikachu. It's burned into my retinas, man, and I'll never be able to enjoy Pokemon now.
You ever watched Detective Pikachu?
Okay, yeah, I did see that one.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Ryan
So I
Reynolds.
guess I can enjoy Pokemon.
Well, there weren't any female characters beyond like the reporter in there, so
That's true. Well, isn't Mewtwo like asexual or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, identifies as himself.
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm not into Pokemon, man. That was always Austin's thing. Austin was way into that.
I don't know. I always feel like I was a little late to that game. It was like literally, I was like in 9th grade when it came out, and all the 8th graders were really into it.
Huh.
You know,
I had Pokemon cards. I had a whole bunch of them.
or when it
and
got big, at least.
I had some rare ones, and then, you know, you get older and stuff. And I asked my mom, like, what happened to those? She was like, oh, I threw those away. I'm like, oh, great. That could have been worth something.
$1,000 a card.
Yeah. Starting on the big portion now.
The only thing that would be worse than that is if, you know, you had a bunch of Pokemon cards that weren't worth dick,
That's true.
and you found out your mom was trying to sell them because she thought they were worth a lot of money. I've heard of that happening, man.
I bought some pretty cool stuff from a yard sale. This lady had a yard sale, and she had like all kinds of like original toys, G.I. Joes, Star Wars figures, whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, your son is going to hate you.
Oh yeah.
He's probably off at college or something. The same thing happened to him that happened to me. Hey, Mom, what happened to all my G.I. Joes and Star Wars figurines? Oh, I sold them at a yard sale for $2 a piece. Probably worth a bunch.
But you can't tell anymore. Because everything's a collector's item, which means
Yeah.
nothing's a collector's item. And isn't that what happened to the comic book industry?
Yeah, in the 90s, everything was special edition. Everything was issue 1. Everything was like a die cut cover with a hologram, limited edition card, all that crap, and it just, you know, completely killed the entire market. And the end.
Yeah.
Well, who knows if comic books
Are you
gonna come back
wanting to
again.
bring that up?
No, I'm not. I'm not. Not at all. Not right now. Not until it's finalized.
And that's the thing, because this legitimately, the 90s comic book market just falling right under, man, that legitimately pisses me off. And you can tell because I don't have any kind of funny rants or whatever. That was bullshit. That's just greed and bullshit.
Isn't that should be the slogan for 2020? Greed and bullshit.
Yeah.
Did you ever rant about blaming the year for things?
Did I do that last week?
Everything's last year.
I keep saying year when I mean to say week, because none of you understand the warning symptoms of a stroke. And
Do you smell burnt toast?
I just smell Ben mostly.
Yeah, I'm a little on fire.
Yeah, he farts when he's nervous. He's
Well, I appreciate him leaning towards you. And
I'm the one in his bubble.
oh yeah.
It's true.
Just again a testament to your professionalism, dude. Just really hanging in there.
I still had TikTok the other day where some guy's like, I farted and I didn't know if it was if I shit myself or I was just blowing the sweat out. Hot as fuck today.
So how you doing?
Not great.
Okay.
He's filling in the big part, and I can feel it quite a lot.
So it's just
Well, I feel fantastic actually. I'm in a great mood. Just feeling good. My knee doesn't even hurt today. I mean, normally after I climb those stairs, my knee hurts, but I feel fantastic. So
When was the last time you got a tattoo? How long ago was that?
Christmas.
The one?
Yeah, this was a Christmas present for my mom.
Ah.
Well, that's nice. Where'd you get that?
Originally got it in Laurinburg, North Carolina, to a shop that literally lasted like 2 weeks.
I remember you stopped by the shop that one day and
Yeah.
you were on your way, or either you just got back.
Yeah, and the guy in Florence, it was pork chops.
yeah, pork chops.
Not to plug another
Uh-oh.
Not to plug another tattoo place when you're the guest on the show, dude. But if they're in South Carolina, they're not flying out here to see you, man. I don't. Or maybe they will. Hell.
It's great when your tattoo artist says, my hand's falling asleep.
Oh yeah. He can't feel his hand, but you can definitely feel your
I can
arm.
feel his hand. I can feel his hand.
Oh, you can feel it. So yeah, and he really hooked it up, really fixed it up. It's looks a lot better. I mean, it was a tragedy. And if you remember when I showed it to you, it was a tragedy.
It's a cover up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was underneath it before?
The same thing. It was a
His
Phoenix.
sanity.
Oh,
yeah. That was the same thing. It was a Phoenix. He just went in and added to it. But yeah, he I think he did a great job with it. I'm really pleased with it. And
You got any tattoos, Em?
I do actually. I've got one on my calf. I'll have to send you a picture so I don't have to stand up and knock everything over. 'Cause
Yeah.
God knows I do that.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've destroyed the studio by accident.
Yeah, normally that's my job.
You got to pee yet?
No, no, I told you I feel great.
It's like I don't need no breaks. Neither do you.
Nope.
Apparently, it's just Ben's pain
Mhm.
is very relaxing for you.
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess.
I'm like the opposite of an empath, I guess.
Would that make you a sadist?
Oh man.
No, because I'm not the one inflicting pain. So I guess I would at best be a passive sadist or just an asshole.
Is it hot in here? To anybody else?
People come in. They're like, it's really quiet in here. Why don't you have any music going? I was like, because I love the sound of ripping flesh.
I watched a porn like that once.
Unintentional porn title.
Ripping flesh.
Oh man.
I'm sure there is a fetish site for people getting tattoos and suffering, and if you can just find it, you'll make millions. Ben.
You can go on any porn site and type in girls getting tattooed, and about 10 videos will show up of girls getting their buttholes tattooed.
You ever watch that just to critique their technique? You're like, oh, come on.
Yeah, he watches it to see if he could do a better job.
It's like, God, that they didn't pack that in right.
Motivational.
Well, that could be taken two ways.
Right? I think they got distracted doing that.
Motivational porn.
How are you gonna get a tattoo on your ass anyway? I mean, on your ass, I can see. I can see your ass. But my point, how are you gonna get a tattoo on your asshole? I can see you can get a tattoo on your whole ass, just not your asshole.
Well, I mean, a lot of people ask me, like, well, how does that heal? I don't know how it heals. I'm not going to tattoo a girl's butthole because I don't want any kind of infection.
No.
I do want a wet floor sign tattooed on my ass.
Ready for the longest time wanted Hello Kitty on one of his cheeks.
Yeah.
And then Ryan Reynolds stole it in a movie. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Damn Blade 3.
yeah, it was something. God, it started out as something else. This goes all the way back to like either high school or middle school. And it was something else, and then it became Hello Kitty. I think it was one of the Teletubbies, actually. Getting a Teletubby tattooed on my ass, and then it changed to Hello Kitty, and then Blade 3, Ryan Reynolds said something about having a Hello Kitty tattoo on his ass.
Mm.
And I'm like just throwing shit across the room. You're fucking kidding me.
You've been robbed by Ryan
We're
Reynolds.
almost there, huh?
Yeah, we're halfway done with it.
Yeah.
And then we're done.
One sitting.
Yeah, that's the thing with Reynolds. He does something fucked up, and then I'm like all pissed off about it. And then he does something awesome. Like he does Green Lantern. And then he does that shitty
Green Lantern.
X-Men Wolverine, Origins Wolverine, where he is the proto Deadpool or the not alive pool or infirmed pool. It's not the same Deadpool. Then he actually does Deadpool, and then he did Deadpool 2.
You didn't like Deadpool 2?
I like Deadpool 2. I just
was like,
wasn't.
Usually the first
wouldn't-
movies are always the better ones.
Yeah, they are
I
better,
just
but I
wasn't
still-
blown away by it.
I still enjoyed the jokes. When the invisible guy, it's great.
Oh yeah,
There's a backstory to that.
Is there?
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You've heard this?
Mm-hmm.
Brad Pitt said he'd be in the movie, but Ryan Reynolds had to deliver him coffee. And they sat on that for a year. Pretend like they totally forgot about it. And then one morning he was on his way to work. And Ryan Reynolds is down there with a cup of coffee for him.
Nice.
Yeah. It's nice to know Brad Pitt has a sense of humor.
Have you seen the movie The Voices with Ryan Reynolds?
I saw half of it.
Have you?
It's an interesting movie.
Yeah,
My favorite part is whenever that he's in the warehouse and they're talking. He's like, "Your hair looks really nice today." And the guy's bald.
What was that one where is it just buried? Or he's
Yeah.
in the coffin the entire movie?
yeah. I can't remember the name of that one.
I think it was buried.
Buried.
It's like, what is that movie? 48 meters down, or with the shark,
Oh yeah.
where they're trapped in the shark cage.
48 meters down with the
that was
shark.
him?
Great movie title.
That was him. I thought it was.
I think it was 48 meters down.
Yeah, but that was Ryan Reynolds. I thought it was.
No, I'm just bringing it up. It's just a
A stupid movie.
claustrophobic movie.
Yeah. I don't get the appeal of those, but then again, I haven't really.
I mean, all Ryan Reynolds really needed to do was turn his Snapchat location on and have a jealous ex-girlfriend. He would have been found pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't know if they. I don't know how long he would have lived after he was found.
His
Yeah.
ex probably just be like, fuck it.
You're screaming from the top. This
There's
is
nothing-
what you get.
Nothing worse than being buried alive and then hearing champagne pop from about 6 feet up.
Muffled.
I lost my train of thought. Who was the? That was who was the guy in shit? 127
It's good.
hours.
It's good. Everything's fine.
I know it's not
Alarm?
Franco.
Real, Franco?
No,
Oh,
not
no,
Philip Franco. Franco fucker hangs around with Seth
James?
Rogen.
James Franco.
James Franco. Why the hell couldn't I remember James?
I don't know.
Kind of awkward.
I don't know. Yeah, but wasn't it James Franco that was in 127 hours?
I don't remember.
Where a guy cuts his arm off with the boulder. What kills me is whoever the fuck played him. The guy goes out hiking and he gets trapped under a boulder, has to cut his own arm off with a pocket knife.
Swiss Army knife.
Swiss
Oh.
Army knife.
Swiss Army knife was great.
Has to cut his own arm off with a Swiss Army, and the guy's still
Oh.
hiking.
I
wonder
thought
if he's sponsored by.
He's still fucking out there hiking. And there's a girl, like a fucking 14-year-old girl, I think it was either here or in Australia, got her arm bitten off by a shark.
Have you seen
And
Swiss?
she when she was out surfing, and she's still surfing. She's still out there surfing after she got her arm bitten off by a fucking shark. Let me tell you something. If I lose my arm doing anything, it's the last time. I will walk out in the middle of this fucking podcast if one of my arms comes off. I don't give a fuck. I am never doing that shit again.
Might lose my arm right now.
Does that mean you'll never podcast again, or are you not the same?
I'm gonna
level as
do it.
Randy?
Did you see? What was that fucking? The lion guy. What was that show?
Tiger
Tiger
King.
King.
Tiger King.
Yeah.
Yeah, that girl got her arm bitten off. She still worked there.
Yeah, what?
I saw Tiger. he didn't sing any of those. He didn't write any of it. The only thing he did was be in the video.
Yeah, he lip synced. He did TikTok before TikTok.
I'm still boggled by the fact that he was featured on John Oliver like years ago, running for president.
Yeah.
I'd vote for Tiger King.
would have voted for him too. Tigers and meth? Fuck yeah.
Is that awkward for John Oliver now? Does he get like the vibe of I found this guy and you guys are just stealing his fame, or is he like, oh god, I introduced everyone to you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, now you can vote for Kanye. Isn't that good enough? That's
Better, faster, stronger.
not. I mean, there probably will be tigers and meth involved, but I don't.
That bitch, Carol. You should just have a whole podcast show of us talking about Carol Baskin.
So wait,
I only watched a couple episodes.
I just realized something. This means it's assuming in some sort of bizarro land, which we are pretty much at already, 2020. What the hell? This would mean Kim Kardashian would be the first lady, which
Yep.
would be trashier or less trashy than our current first lady.
I don't know.
I mean, they both
I
done porn.
really forgot about
I mean,
Kim.
You can fit a cup on her booty.
They both
we'd
done
have.
porn.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'd have nudes of both. So
That's true.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm afraid at some point that's going to be the standard. Is we're going to have to see nudes of every potential first lady.
Kanye could
I mean-
represent Wyoming.
I guess, but I mean, just think about did you really want to see like Laura Bush naked
Loris Bush? Sure.
or Barbara Bush naked?
Barbara's
Did you want
Bush
to see
too?
her nudes?
What about George Bush?
George's Bush? I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I guess that's how you become the first lady. Wait, is that going to be like our next president? He's going to have a sex tape out there?
I mean, preemptively, I'm sure.
Who is our next president?
I don't know.
Kanye, obviously.
Is that the only way you're going to be able to participate in the presidential debates? Is like you got to send us a clip of your tape.
You got to have like at least 2 million Twitter followers or whatever.
Who's tallest between Biden, Kanye, and Trump?
I don't know.
I can go to Google, but you're going to have to fill the air for like 5 minutes.
But just because they've shown like they've done studies or whatever on it, and people who are taller usually get elected. So if you got one candidate who's like 6'1" and another candidate that's 6'2", the 6'2" candidate gets elected. And it's weird
Good.
thing that's been
It's
going
good.
on since
It's
television.
good.
All right. So he's hanging in there,
I guess if you call it that.
hanging in there like a champ.
Chris, can we
I don't. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if we can trust Trump to tell us what his height actually is.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they've got medical records.
He's
man.
the
When
tallest.
you become the president, I think he is actually. I think he's like 6'3" or.
He's 6'3".
I was just doing
Yeah.
a Trump thing. I'm the tallest. Obviously, I'm the tallest. There's no one taller than me.
Biden's only 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then who was the other one?
Kanye.
Yeah, let's see what how Kanye is.
I don't think Kanye looks short from videos.
Kanye's pretty short, but I'm sure his shoe size is way bigger than everybody else's.
He's 5'8", so he'd be the shortest.
I
Yeah.
don't know if that's accurate.
It was multiple.
Yeah. I don't know if that's going to determine it or not, but you heard it here. It looks like Trump's probably going to win it because he's 6'3". If we,
Imagine if they went off of dick size.
I don't know. I don't want to be president.
I was gonna say something like that too.
Right.
I mean, I can be president.
I didn't know I could run.
Yeah, I don't want that damn job. I've gotten to the point where I don't trust anybody who does want that.
I
Damn
wouldn't be
job.
running. I'd be tripping. Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
Be like,
All right.
flee in the country. Oh,
Nobody believes that.
I'm trying to flee the country. Oh, did you break the law? No, they're trying to make me president. Fuck that.
We'd have to
I don't know what a Dow is or a damn Jones. All right.
We'd have to have somebody like the chick in the 70s who went around and did busts of all the rock stars.
Oh yeah, where
kids.
she would put them in plaster and shit. Would just have like this Willie collection, just of a bunch of Willies casted on the wall, just like all the dicks just staring back at you, laughing at you, haunting you. Probably getting ready to squirt in your face, which is all right as long as they don't cough.
I'm sure there's a lot of phallus-shaped things in the White House already.
We've got phallus-shaped statues and whatnot in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, everybody likes phallus-shaped things. Like all the world leaders, all into phallus-shaped things.
I guess speaking of phallus-shaped things, the president of Brazil said only gay people wear masks. Yeah. And now he's got the COVID. So I guess it means he's gay. Because he wouldn't wear a mask, or is he just super straight?
I don't know. I was just thinking about how if they have to intubate him, he's gonna be deep throating something he doesn't want. That's how that's gonna turn out. You seen the way they do that shit? That is
Just the intubating?
yeah. That's I don't need that. I don't need that bullshit.
No.
I can't see that side of it. Fuck.
He's getting there. He's almost done. He just got to last a little longer.
Oh man, that's what she said.
Nah.
Insight to a young woman's mind, I guess.
Yep.
Just got to make it through, and then you can go watch your show.
I have heard my wife say that quite a few times, actually.
Yeah.
I'm being honest with
Just a few more minutes.
you.
All right, just hang in there, and then you can wipe yourself off and do whatever.
Whatever you do, not pull out.
Shoo.
I don't know, man. It's
Never again. Never.
Yeah, this was not a good idea.
So you say you got 8 tattoos. What was your first one?
I got a little tiny one on my leg. My brother picked me up on my 18th birthday, and he said, "We're gonna go get tattoos." And we got matching tattoos, and they're like little tiny guys. And we paid like $30 a piece. It was Chris. He was down at Red Mountain Mall. It was like
Tattoo Chris. I know
Yeah.
Tattoo Chris.
the old man. He did it.
So what was your next one?
I got this one on my arm. It's a cross. I don't remember who did that. I think it was a Way of Life in Salt Lake on State Street. And then I got the one on my arm. It's a Sailor Jerry. And
You got this one now.
yeah, I got 2 on my back. My parents' initials on my shoulders. And then I got the Star Wars one for my wife.
so
We're done.
Oh, thank God.
all right.
Free.
I'll let him wipe it off and then I'll show the camera. Fuck, man.
Sorry.
That was rough.
Well, since we're talking about how many tattoos everyone has, how many do you have?
Just this one.
Just that one?
Yeah.
What about you?
Just one.
One?
I'd like to get more.
I think I did a count the other day on myself. I think I have 34 in total, and that's not including my entire back.
Yeah, we were talking about. I told my wife I was going to get a neck tattoo one of these days, and she does not like that idea. And we were talking when you were tattooing her arm, and I said, "What's with those lip tattoos? You know, because they're always like straight on." I was like, "How many people you see kiss somebody on the neck straight on?" You know what I mean? It's weird. It should be sideways.
You did sideways. You look like a vagina then.
Yeah.
Then you'd be known as the guy with the vagina on your neck.
Whew. I mean, I kind of already am.
Hey,
Let me get a better. How do I work this? Where's the camera at? Oh, that's good. Good enough.
yeah, no, we can see
There
it.
we go. I'm branded. That's my logo on my arm for the rest of my life.
Very nice.
So I can never stop doing this podcast.
I mean, you could probably get it off with a
Spunk lube on
potato peeler.
You putting spunk lube on it?
It seems appropriate.
No.
I'm sure the sponsor appreciates it. You're committed. Maybe they'll give you a bit more money this month.
Okay, I guess we don't really need this guy anymore. So that was the episode today. Me getting a tattoo, Randy taking over, and not talking about much. Movies. We got into movies quite a bit.
No, I hate to bring this up now that you're done, but it seems like everybody I know who gets a tattoo related to what they do for a living
Yeah.
don't end up doing that for much longer.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sorry, man.
fine.
I had a boss who got a pizza tattoo on his ribs, and then his girlfriend got the slice. He no longer works in pizza. His girlfriend's left him. In fact, I think his ass is in jail. So, awkward.
All right.
And this is why I'm not on the show very often.
I don't.
Well, this is the last episode. Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, well, that's for what you do for a living, but this isn't his job. This
Yeah, I
isn't
don't
his
do this
day
for a
job.
living.
That's true. This is a passion.
I should have got a
So what does it say about me?
And
I do tattoos, and I have a lot of tattoos. What does it say?
true.
but do you have the word tattoo tattooed on you?
I have a tattoo machine tattooed on me.
I don't know. This is a very interesting conundrum.
All right. What? No. Okay. So you probably have to get a tattoo of a tattoo machine getting tattooed onto you.
Yes, it's right here.
Would you ever do a dick tattoo?
Yes, but there is a $500 handling fee.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I have one client. He is a male. I'm not going to say any names, but anytime I tattoo him, and it doesn't matter where I tattoo him, he jizzes in his pants,
Uh,
and then he feels the need to tell me about it when he gets back from the bathroom.
huh.
So I'm going to start charging him handling fees because I'm going to get charged the same amount as a prostitute.
Well, I wasn't planning on telling you, but you know.
Well, even better.
I'm sure he does not.
I
wanna
thought that
know.
was the spunk lube.
Yeah, that's oddly fucking plausible given that how much you hate getting tattooed or
Yeah.
how much you don't deal with the pain well
Oh, it was
It's
not
a
good.
fucking
versus the
daddy.
number of tattoos you have.
Oh, I don't enjoy it. I don't know why I have so many. I don't enjoy it at all.
You know, the thing that killed me about it is trying to sit still.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you noticed, every fucking podcast, I'm like swinging back and forth in my chair. I'm like
Right,
spinning
right.
the pen around my
Right.
finger. You know, I cannot sit still. I've got like weapons grade ADHD
And narcolepsy.
and narcolepsy.
So would you have the same handling fee for like a butthole tattoo?
Yes.
Okay. If you get, I'm just throwing some numbers out here for people that want to come see you for tattoos. If you get a dick tattoo or butthole tattoo, $500. Sorry.
Or vagina tattoo, $500. It is a handling fee, and then on top of the $500, you have to pay for the price of the tattoo.
So what Jake is saying, if you want him to handle your vagina, it's $500.
I hate to admit, but I thought you were talking about tattoos of these things, not tattoos
Oh.
on these
no,
things.
it's
On these
on
things.
these things.
For the first few minutes, like, Jesus, that's an expensive tattoo.
Right. No, I thought about for the longest time. Everyone talks about how they have like a dragon tattoo on their dick or whatever, but I want to be unique and get a lightsaber tattooed on it.
I was going to say slinky.
Think it'd be nice.
Rocket ship.
Right there, you go.
I was just thinking that something would expand and close back down.
right, just to handle the lightsaber as soon as you get harded. Why is it red?
We want to get that checked. There can only be two Sith, so
Oh, man.
Just
that'd be a very awkward lightsaber fight.
I was just imagining getting like the two masks, comedy and drama. You know, the
Okay.
sign for comedy and drama just tattooed on one on each ball.
There you go.
That's-
Yeah. This one's the funny one.
Lipton tea bags.
Make sure you stay on this. No, or the funny one is the one that's ticklish. There you go. This is the one that makes me laugh. Don't touch that one. This one makes me cry if you're too hard on it.
I always put their names on there. This is Larry. That's Bob.
Larry and Curly.
Tattoo them to look like dodgeballs.
Wing, wing, wing. As a woman, I've enjoyed this conversation immensely because I can imagine that pain.
That would hurt to get a ball tattoo.
I've never done it, but I've always like wondered how I would do it.
A ball tattoo?
Yes.
Sorry, I was picking that up. I don't know why it's sly. It's anyways.
But I'm just like wondering, like, do you like get them to hold one side of the ball and then you grab one and then you just like stretch it and go? But I don't know. It's really loose.
But then when
skin.
you let go of it, it would look weird.
I don't know.
It
You,
would.
you ever see like a balloon that has writing on it when it's deflated?
I was kind of raised a little bit.
See, you'd have to go to a waxer for their like experience and whatnot because they know how to wax everything on a body, everything.
Just hit it with like clothespins to spread it open so you can get that nice canvas, that tight canvas stretch over it.
And that probably wouldn't be awkward at all, though. Going to a professional waxer, like, now watch closely how he does my balls.
Look
you
at him,
can
he's
get
so
in there
good
and
to me.
tattoo.
I've actually waxed my balls, and you just pull them tight and just
Have
rip
you
it off
guys-
like a Band-Aid.
Have you seen that? Is a testicle jacuzzi? They make those. It's like a little jacuzzi that's ball shaped and it just bubbles up, and you're supposed to dip your nuts
Is
in
it
it.
like a coffee cup or what? What's
Yeah,
going on?
kind of. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
kind
he
of
needs
shape.
to invest in that.
Is
I think
this
that's
created by
so-
Gwyneth Paltrow? Because I know she was steaming her junk. So is this like the man version?
I guess it's a
So,
ball jacuzzi.
so steamed clams,
Yeah.
basically.
Balkoozie.
Well, oh, that is an excellent name.
Oh man.
And boiled nuts, I guess.
Speaking of balls, go to Ballsy. Go to ballwash.com. Use promo code STMPOD at checkout. Save yourself 15% on your order. They have nuts, butts, and body wash, sack spray, neutralizes odor. They have good head shampoo and conditioner. Go to ballwash.com. Use promo code STMPOD at checkout.
All right, I have a weird thing. And Randy's semi-familiar with this. Apparently, you have taste buds on your junk, on your balls.
I saw that and where you dip your balls in soy sauce, and apparently you can taste it.
That's what I've heard. I have no idea. I do not
I've
have
done
to-
it, and I don't know if it was just leftover Chinese food or just actually tasting it with my balls.
Next experiment for the show,
Hey,
maybe?
all I know is don't use hot sauce, man.
Yeah, don't use
Icy hot. Try to stay away from
I'm not
icy
making that mistake twice.
So does this mean, though, if you have taste buds on your balls and you use balls wash, the ballsy stuff, does that mean you can taste it?
Well, maybe.
I don't taste soap when I take a bath.
Uh-uh.
Maybe
No, I
it's
don't-
only salty things.
I don't know. I think this shit kind of pops up every so often, you know, because I heard somebody say the same thing about feet. Like if you,
Is that why I always taste sweat?
yeah.
Well, what is that?
That and probably some of your hobbies. I don't know. No, because I heard someone recently say that like you could rub garlic on your feet and you'd taste it an hour later or something. And
Huh.
I just think it's like one of these bullshit fucking rumors that gets spread around the internet every.
I've heard of
So
like
many
a lot of
years.
putting stuff on your feet, and then you're supposed to like ground yourself out with your feet when you're walking through nature. You're supposed to take your shoes off, and it's like grounding, I guess. You ground yourself.
I don't know about that, but
People are
depending-
weird, fucking hippies.
I don't know about that, but depending on where you walk, I mean, you know, I'm fucking Native American from the South, so you know, I've walked barefoot in the woods a few times in my damn life.
Some people sleep with their feet in dirt, so they're grounded. I've heard of
Yeah,
that.
I don't know what this
I've heard
grounding
about-
thing is.
I've
if
heard
you're
about
like
getting
a-
grounded with the earth. You at least an hour a day. I've noticed like a lot of women here in town. They go to the park at least 8 o'clock in the morning. There's a group of them, and they're doing yoga out there by the ponds, barefooted.
See, I don't know what this grounding shit's about, but I know, you know, it can be an enjoyable experience if you're not tenderfooted.
If you're not a teenager and your
Yeah.
parents are doing it. Grounded.
Uh,
I mean, it's
Anyways,
all-
moving on.
I mean,
Horrible
just-
joke.
I would say it's just relaxing until you step in duck shit. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, it comes off easy. So
I was talking about stepping in shit. I went out fishing at the ponds, and everybody, this one guy might know who I am now, but I don't really care. I went down the trail, down the backside. I had to shit really bad.
Oh no.
And the trail was fairly narrow, so I didn't bother going off the side. I just pooped right in the middle.
yeah,
And I'm sitting over there. About 30 minutes later, I see people walking down the trail, and they're just like, I hear this man go, shit. I think he just stepped in my shit.
Oh no.
The park rangers are coming for you now.
Right.
Would that be littering?
question is, was he barefoot and could he taste it?
I don't know. Did he dip his balls in it?
Oh man.
Uh,
Now the show picks
That's
up.
like the second fucking story you've told about your unconventional shitting.
Unconventional shitting is the name
I
of
was
his album.
diagnosed with a 4-year-old man disease. I was diagnosed here in Evanston with IBS, or irritable bowel syndrome. It's ridiculous. I'm not 40 years old. I shouldn't be having these problems. But I think it was as much cheese as I ate that week.
I'm lactose, but I love cheese. I have to
I
eat
love
cheese.
cheese.
I can't not have cheese on things.
Interesting fact: cheese is addictive as heroin. It releases the same endorphins in your brain.
I believe it.
You heard it here first, folks. Cheese is heroin.
That would explain. That would explain why I was just trying to mainline. a fucking
Right, just
can-
melt it down in this.
just a can of cheese whiz. Just get that going. Daddy needs his fix.
Oh, I go in between the toes.
Melt
Cheese
down some
whiz?
Velveeta.
I like to put cheese whiz on my balls so I can
Just-
taste it.
Just snorting Parmesan. Oh, that's pure. That's pure.
So you
That ain't cut with nothing. That's some of that great value stuff, huh?
They didn't cut that with parsley or nothing, man. That is pure.
what you got, Cash Valley? Damn. You got that good shit.
So would you get a double hyded heroin and Gouda?
Just start cutting it with it instead of baking soda. Just cut it with Parmesan.
Well, here's the thing: if you're addicted to heroin and you're trying to wean yourself off, just eat some cheese.
There you go. Perfect. We're out here saving lives, people.
And if you're on a diet or if you're lactose intolerant and you can't eat cheese, just dip your balls in some Velveeta. Just
Yeah.
There you go.
dip them in there and you'll taste them.
There's cheese with it right on there. You know, people, you sitting there talking about snorting Parmesan. Well, people talk about snorting Coke off a dick. Well,
Wait, people talk about that? Where are these conversations coming up?
I've done it.
Wait, talked about it or?
Well, I am what I need to be when the time needs to be.
20's a 20.
There's nothing fascinating about stripping Coke off of a stripper's ass. It falls off, doesn't stay in place. You can't get a straight line.
And when it goes in there, you got to really, really breathe in.
And then whenever it's time to come to have sex, she can't feel it. You can't feel it. What's the fun in that?
Yeah, I mean, it's either you're not getting any of the Coke in your system, or you're snorting off of a hooker with a flat ass. I mean, either way, that just doesn't seem like it's conducive to the experiment here.
There ain't nothing like a hooker with a flat ass. What are you paying for?
Ass.
What ass?
Look her up and down. What is this? Half off?
That's the whole point. That's the whole point of the purchase, man. You can't.
What, you serving me pancakes this morning?
Again, that's like going to a crack house looking for vitamins, man. That's
Anyways, we're there.
How's the arm feeling now that he's not
It's
smoking anymore?
it's throbbing a little. Yeah. I was gonna do song of the week, but I did want to mention first that I created a Spotify playlist that I'm going to start adding to the description of things. So all the bands we've had on this show, there's 2 or 3 songs of theirs on the Spotify playlist. So if you want to like go back and listen to all the bands we've had on this show, you can do that.
Are these like local bands?
No, these are bands from all over the place.
Oh,
But yeah,
nice.
indie bands just starting out mostly, just got signed on. So we got a couple record labels that send us stuff all the time. And Current Call Records has started hooking us up with bands to have on the show. So shout out to Current Call Records, who hooks us up with guests and songs all the time.
I think they're getting the raw end of the deal here.
Probably. But to be completely honest, I have become a fan of a lot of the bands they've had on.
It's all been good music.
Yeah, so I've already listened to our Spotify playlist like 3 times. It's nice cruising music, and that's all I do is cruise. Anyways,
Yeah.
now that I ruined the flow of the show.
It happens.
No, it was new. I was listening to new Static X drop today.
Oh yeah,
So disco is finally evil again.
nice.
Is that the name of the album?
No, that's just
That's just the thought process.
That was the Static X. That was their thing. Keep disco evil, or they called themselves Evil Disco. That's what they called their sound.
Anyways,
And I'm like, I want a hat that says "Make Disco Evil Again."
Make disco evil again.
song of the week this week is a song called "Bring Out Your Dead" by Vaudevillain. White Collar Sideshow? Oh, yeah, it's White Collar Sideshow is the name of the band. That's the genre, I guess. But yeah, follow them everywhere
Bring out your dead.
at White Collar Sideshow, currentcallrecords.com. Yeah, so stick around after the show. Audio only, by the way. I don't know why I repeat that every episode.
So if you're listening to the audio, you didn't get to see the tattoo, and if you're watching the video, you
don't get to hear the
music.
But if you're watching the video, you can go to the playlist.
Compromise is about making everyone equally miserable. That's
That is true.
Should I add song of the week to the playlist, you think? I was going to bring that up.
Should you add song of the week to the playlist?
Yeah. Because right now I've got on there is the bands that we've actually had on the show.
Right.
But should I start adding the song of the week to the Spotify playlist?
I think so.
Let's say how many songs a week do you got?
We're way backed up.
Yeah.
We're way backed up.
Maybe do it as a separate playlist.
You got the rest of the year right there.
Yeah. Because we keep having the bands on, and I'd rather play their song after the show than one that they sent me. So we've got like 15 songs to go. I don't know how to catch up now at this point because we're going to keep having bands on.
I guess you'd always do a twofer on those days when you don't got a band.
We got a band upstairs playing right now.
Yep.
Like every time we
I
record.
was wondering what that was.
Every time.
I thought there was some people in the streets, but I guess they're here.
No,
Last time we were in here, we just started the podcast, and somebody was screaming. Like it sounded like they were being murdered, and we still don't know what it was. We just ignored it and went on with the show.
That's a haunted building. Maybe somebody was just reliving the past.
Right.
Third floor was a morgue.
Yep.
Second floor was a hospital.
Are these facts?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. See, I moved here in 2017, so I don't know much about
The first
the history
floor-
about this place.
Yeah, the first floor was a bakery.
Okay.
So that's just completely.
I thought this was the old post office.
It is. I was kidding.
Oh, okay.
The third floor was a morgue. Second floor was a hospital. First floor was a bakery.
Yeah, it was an ice cream shop, and
Well-
bakery.
There was a restaurant on the first floor for the longest time.
Oh shit.
The butcher shop must have been on the other side.
I'm hoping that we go to the first floor soon. We might be moving to the first floor
That'd be nice.
if all
That
things
would
go
be
well.
nice. Those stairs kill me.
Yeah. You had to carry all your shit up here.
I don't envy that.
Anyways, I did want to shout out Jake again. And if you guys need a tattoo and you are in Evanston, you can go see him at Taboo Tattoo on Front Street. What was the number again?
1005 Front Street, right
1005
across
Front
from the
Street.
Uniccounty Museum.
Nice. So yeah, tell them we sent you. There'll be no discounts or anything. Just tell them.
No discount.
Just because,
Maybe a smile.
yeah, he might enjoy hearing that.
Charge you an extra $5.
Yeah.
Right. If you want your penis tattoos, come to me.
Anyways, I'm bleeding. You can follow us everywhere at STM.
On the rag, huh?
Yeah. You can follow us everywhere at STM Pod on all things social media. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Never Been Funny with 1 E.
Rando Garner Humor on Instagram and Facebook, and that's about it at this point.
Yeah. You got social medias?
I have no social medias. I don't like to be on social media. I don't want to deal with any political stuff. I don't like that.
Oh God,
I
you're
don't-
lying.
I don't like posting any political stuff. I like to stay to myself and
I
be an underground.
tried to
tattoo
share one of
artist.
your things the other day. You were trying to get some tattoos going. And I was like,
Yes,
make this
yes.
shareable, man. What's
Yes.
the problem?
I made it shareable.
Oh, well, I'll share it then.
Yes, I made it shareable after that. I don't realize that it's not shareable whenever I do post it.
Yeah, you got to make it public
Yeah.
so other people can post. Because I will share your stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. Wait, you got anything? Any social media?
No, I don't do social media. I have a Reddit
Producer
account.
M does not want to be found.
No.
Nope.
And Randy will be maybe coming out with his 0 episode soon. Episode 0.
And so
All right. Thanks for coming. And thanks everybody watching, commenting, all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching me make my funny faces. And go fuck yourself. We'll see you next week. Bye.